Hi, this is Hot Chocolate with Paul for Saturday, August 3rd. Today we're going to take a little drive. Driving down Mount Read Boulevard in Greece. I'm sure it's familiar to anybody who's spent any time in the town of Greece. It's Fallinson Drive on the right. And we're coming up to the intersection of Dorsey Road on the left and Vintage Lane on the right. And I'll be turning right after this red light. It's Parklands Drive on the right. For anybody who's followed Hot Chocolate with Paul in 2022 or 2023, yes, I have done this route before. Those videos are all gone. I didn't think I was going to continue with this series anymore. But then I found out that there was enough interest for me to keep it going. So here we are again. I'm recreating some of the videos that I had in the past. Updated versions, I guess you could say. If you go back and look earlier in my YouTube channel, you'll find there's still a few videos left over from 2023, but not very many. I just deleted most of them. Entrance to 390 South on the left. I'm not going that way. I'm on my way to work. I retired a little over a month ago, and now I'm a sub bus driver. As I record this, it's a little bit after 11 o'clock in the morning, and that's plenty early enough for me these days. I've never been a morning person. I got up mornings for many, many years through most of my adult working life. Never got used to it. Now, admittedly, 11 o'clock is kind of late, even for me. I mean, realistically, I could start working at 9 o'clock in the morning. I just wasn't needed until 11:30 today. So here we are. So far I like being a sub driver. I'm able to set my own work schedule, more or less. It's more like I tell them when I'm not available or when I am available. And then they schedule me as needed, and it's worked out pretty well so far. Coming up to Long Pond Road. Yes, I did use my turn signal to get around that truck. Technically, you're supposed to. We absolutely do it when I'm driving the school bus. I still follow a lot of my school bus habits when I'm driving my car so I can maintain my habits. That way I really don't have to think about it. It just becomes second nature. Wake Cliff Drive on the right. Still driving along Vintage Lane. I'm sorry, it's Mill Road now. When I crossed Long Pond Road, it became Mill Road. This one stretch of road, this section is Mill Road. Back further it's Vintage Lane, and then further back it's Dorsey Road. But it's all one continuous street, road, whatever you want to call it. There's the intersection of North Avenue. I enjoy doing these driving videos. I like talking about what I'm seeing, some memories of some of the areas. And I know at least a few people who watch this series enjoy watching driving videos. And yes, I've complained about people traveling certain roads at high speed all the time and crossing the double yellow line. And you're going to hear some of that today. Just keep watching. I'll have a few things to say. Mill Hollow Crossing on the right. I think one of my daughter's old school friends used to live on that when they were kids. Visca Lane on the right. And coming up to the intersection of North Greece Road. If I were to turn here and keep going, turn left here and keep going, it would become Elm Grove Road. But I like taking this road to work. In theory, I could take 531, 490, 390, but there's always a lot of traffic. Well, not always. I should say, on this route, I hardly ever have any traffic. I like this road. It's nice and relaxing. I've driven it many times in the morning, in the dark, in the middle of winter, and snowstorms, blizzards. I just passed a house on the right that is like this mansion. I was watching the whole thing get built. Sometimes it just blows my mind how much money people spend on places like that. I like keeping things simple. Keeping things simple. It keeps the stress out of my life. It makes travel affordable. Stacy and I live in a house that's 640 square feet. That's all. Just enough room for the two of us. Sometimes I wish we had a guest room, which we don't, but other than that, it's working out pretty well. Manitou Road, and here we go. And here go my complaints. So many times, as you can see, the speed limit is 40 miles per hour. It's marked right there on the sign. I'm not going to say I follow that religiously, but I will say that there are people who really speed down this road, and I'm sure I've seen some people going 70 or 80 miles per hour at times. I hate it. It's dangerous. There's a lot of residents around here, residential neighborhoods on the sides. We are within the Spencerport school district where I'm driving right now. And I can tell you that there are houses along here where I've picked up and dropped off kids, and their parents are scared for the kids with how fast some cars go on Manitou Road. But I always maintain my safe driving speed. I've had, this intersection we're coming up to. This is West Ridge Road we're coming up to. There's the yellow line. I've been right about here, and I've had people go around me, this close to an intersection. And of course, I'm going to stop. Hoosick Hill Cemetery, town of Parma, right on the right there, that hill. A sign warning of deer crossing, and yes, I see plenty of deer around here. I hit one once, about a year and a half ago. It was dark. Suddenly 2 deer ran across the road, and I couldn't stop in time for the second one. Deer got up and ran away. I don't know what his fate was, obviously. And I had some minor damage to the right front of my car. Insurance took care of it, and I was good to go. Coming up to that spot where I hit it momentarily. I'll tell you when we get there. Some roadkill right there. Looks like it was a raccoon. Or maybe it was a possum. And of course, so far, since I'm video recording today, everybody I've encountered has been behaving. Speed's correct. Nobody's crossing the double yellow line to get by. Alright, this patch of grass right on the right here. The deer came from the left. I hit it, and it kept going way off to the right. So, that's where I hit the deer. I've had to stop for other deer. Fortunately, I haven't hit any others. Just past the house on the left there that has lots and lots of birdhouses out front. It's pretty cool if you're into birds. And I wonder, do all those birds get along with each other? I don't know enough birds to be able to say that, but I wonder, is it okay for all those birds to be so close together? I suppose they work it out. Yeah, this is going very well today. That truck is going the proper speed. I haven't seen anybody racing by in the opposite direction. I haven't seen any crotch rocket motorcyclists go by either. I'm just being honest here. This is my observation. I have seen more motorcycles acting like crotch rockets than I've seen motorcycles following the rules of the road. It's just my own observation. I know they're not all bad, but the bad ones really don't make it look good for everybody else. Crossing the Erie Canal right here. Water looks nice and calm. I'd love to get out there right now and go for a kayak ride. Okay, now this truck is going really slow. I'm at 30 miles per hour right now. It's kind of drifting off onto the shoulder there. Cornfield on the left. I'd tell a corny joke, but I couldn't think of any. Wait, that's a corny joke right there. Ha 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 ha! That motorcycle that just went by seemed to be following the rules. Alright, he's turning left. Coming up to Spencerport Road now, Route 31. And I'm going to be making a right turn if I can get through here. There we go. Just got to wait for one car to go by, then right on red, and here we go. Welcome to Ogden. Leaving, what was it, Gates? I think it was Gates. Spencerport Road. There's one of our buses. Wanakina Trail, Valerie Trail on the left. Ogden Gardens Apartments on the left. It's a senior living community. Kind of blows my mind that I qualify for those places now. I'm not ready to settle down into one of those places. I like having my house. I like having my yard. People tell me I do too much. I want to be able to spend more time on yard work. People tell me I do too many activities, and yeah, I do. I'm working on ways to cut back on that. Gillette Road. If you turn right here, you have a dead end because that bridge is out of service. It's been deemed unsafe, and there's disagreement over who owns it and who's responsible for getting it fixed up. The railroad below it has been abandoned. The railroad company says it's not their bridge. So I don't know if it's the town, the state, the county that's supposed to take over. I don't know. I guess nobody wants to spend the money on it. So here's where I go. And that concludes our little drive today. Be sure to check this YouTube channel tomorrow for a poem from Paul's Poetry and Prose. I have a mostly original poem come out every Sunday, so be sure to check that out. And I'll be back again on Wednesday. Hot Chocolate with Paul. I have a new episode of Hot Chocolate with Paul every Wednesday and every Saturday. So that's all for today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.